Shalom. I'm Rabbi Davidovich, speaking to you on behalf of the webyeshiva.org, speaking to you from Ephraim, Israel. Tonight, we celebrate Yom Yerushalayim. Tonight and tomorrow, Friday. Yom Yerushalayim is the day that we were privileged to have God give us the great miracles of returning the Jewish people to our holy land, to a land which we dreamed about for 2,000 years. We prayed to return to Jerusalem 3 times a day. We prayed in all our prayers for these 2,000 years. And we were finally close to getting Yerushalayim in Israel. The Arabs prevented us from getting to our holiest site, the Kotel Hamaaravi, the western outer wall surrounding the Beit Hamikdash, the holy temple of Jerusalem. And on this day, finally, God gave us the great miracle of returning to Yerushalayim. It's a great miracle and a great blessing we have to give to God for bringing us back. Yerushalayim, Jerusalem, is the heart of the land of Israel. It is the heart of the Jewish people. The Davidovich Shalom says about Yom Yerushalayim, he says, we have to be thankful to God for the double miracle that God did to us. First, God made us successful over an enemy so numerous, the Egyptian army, who wanted to only annihilate the Jews. And God enabled us in a matter of hours to overcome the military force that far, far outnumbered us. And secondly, that God revealed his love to us. Love to us in showing that even though the Jewish people were not yet worthy of returning to God, getting closer to God, God always loves the Jewish people. We're called B'nai Bechori, our blessed firstborn children to God. And God returned to us Yerushalayim, the city of Jerusalem, its holy places, and the holy Kotel Hamaaravi, the western wall. And this is a place, the temple, the place of the holy temples. God's presence never left from there. And then Davidovich Shalom points out that we have to be thankful for 2 miracles. The first is that God gave us the ability to overcome this enemy. As it says in the book of Esther, where a similar tyrant, similar despot wanted to kill the Jewish people, Haman, as Nasser in 1957, so too God gave us the ability to not only destroy our enemies, but to be leaders of the enemy, to conquer them. Because God said, in a matter of hours, as it happened in the book of Esther, and as it happened when we left Egypt, God destroyed the greatest armies in the world trying to destroy the Jewish people. That's the first thing we have to be thankful for, that great miracle. The second is the fact that God revealed his great love to the children of Israel. And he returned to us the remnant of our holy place, the Kotel Hamaaravi. And as our sages tell us, God's presence never leaves from that point. So we're thankful for that, and we therefore celebrate Yom Yerushalayim starting tonight. Now next week we have Shavuot. Shavuot is the holiday where the Jewish people received the Torah on Har Sinai. The Torah is, of course, the central document binding the Jewish people to God. How do we prepare? How do we prepare for receiving the Torah? Do we just go into this holiday, which starts next Thursday night? Do we just go into it like, okay, we're working up until the end and not even giving it a thought? No. You have to prepare. You have to prepare for it. How do we prepare for it? We know that Moshe Rabbeinu, before the giving of the Torah, said to the children of Israel, prepare yourself for 3 days before. So Moses first started climbing up the mountain to God, and then God called him from the mountain. Excuse me. The Orach Chaim HaKodesh, Chaim Atar, explains that Moshe took the first step. He began climbing the mountain, and only then did God call him to come up. And he teaches that to arouse holiness, it doesn't just occur unless you prepare for it. And we're taught that if we prepare from below, if we try to improve our spirituality, God will help us from above. Certainly, if Moses, the holiest of holy, had to prepare to receive God, how much more so do we have to prepare to receive the Torah on Shavuos? What is the main ingredient that a Jew needs to come into Shavuos? When we are approaching Har Sinai, Mount Sinai, the Torah tells us in Parshas Shemot, Vayisu me'Refidim, we left Refidim, that place, V'yavo midbar Sinai, we came to the wilderness of Sinai, Vayichad sham Yisrael neged Har, and the children of Israel camped there next to the mountain. And the word Vayichan is a singular word in Hebrew, but yet it's referring to the millions of people that were present, men, women, and children, at the time of giving of the Torah. So Vayichan sham neged Har, Rashi comments on that. Why is that? Why is it said in that way? Why is it said in the singular? Because we were there, ish echad b'lev echad. We were there, it's one person, one heart. And the holy books, the holy commentators tell us that the way to receive the Torah is through achdut, through unity of the children of Israel. And he teaches us that the beginning of the Torah is Gemilas Chasadim, doing acts of kindness. And the end of the Torah is doing acts of kindness. The Mabit writes that on the tablets of the Torah, the first 5 commandments that were written were very extensive. They were written in several sentences. The second side were written in 2 short words. The difference was the first side was talking about our relationship with God, and the second side was talking about the Jewish people's relationship to one another. So it says, Lo tirtzach, lo signov, 2 words, shouldn't kill, shouldn't steal, etc. Obviously, the 2 sides had to fill the same space, so the letters in the second set were much greater. They were larger letters, teaching us that the most important thing that we can do to get close to God is through our relationships with one another. On Shavuos, we also read, not only do we read about receiving the Torah, but we read the Megillat Ruth, the book of Ruth. Why? Because what's the book of Ruth about? It doesn't talk about any particular law. It doesn't talk about impurity or purity, prohibition or non-prohibition. It only teaches that how much reward we can get by being kind to one another. It's a book of kindness. That's the basis that we have to prepare, to love one another, to be united with one another, and to be able to have and shower Gemilut Chasadim, acts of kindness on one another. I wish all of us a Yom Yerushalayim, a happy Yom Yerushalayim, and a Chag Shavuot. Next week will be Shavuot, so I won't be meeting with you then, so hopefully this message will carry through Shavuot and help us all prepare properly. Thank you for listening on behalf of the webyeshiva.org. Shabbat Shalom, v'chag Yerushalayim Sameach, v'chag Sameach.